Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realness with three S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here to break down episode 3 of Love Island USA Season 6. It has been going pretty well so far. I'm interested to see how these new Islanders that have come onto the scene, who is going to choose them, how everything's going to play out, which guy is going to be dumped. At this point, if I put my prediction thoughts out there, I think that who maybe Cordell will get dumped. I'm actually not sure how things are going to play out. So I'm going to have to watch a little bit longer because I've only really seen the new guys talk to. So Kareem, he talked a little bit to Hannah, and I could see him picking Hannah. So that means that Kendall would be looking for somebody to partner up with, but maybe he would then partner up with Liv, unless Kaylor, unless she partners up with Conor, and that leaves Aaron free, and Aaron partners up with Liv. But if Aaron's free and Liv is partnered up with Kendall, Aaron could maybe go home unless he partners up with one of the other OG girls, which I don't see happening necessarily. I haven't really seen them interact and communicate. We know that Leah and Rob will probably partner up together. So yeah, I don't know like how Serena's feeling. We haven't seen her talk about Cordell. So right now, Cordell and Aaron are maybe, and Kendall are maybe like not going to get picked, but I think that both of the new guys will get a new partner. So that's the start of it. Let's get to this episode.
Obviously, Kendall is the number one pick, but then Hakeem came up to me and we had a chat as well, and it was very good as well. And he's feeling me too. And I'm like, I'm feeling them both. So
right now, I think that she is attracted to how much Hakeem is pursuing her or showing her interest. That, like, if you like somebody and they're showing you interest, that is really, really appealing. And it just doesn't seem like, from what we've seen on the show, that Kendall is really putting in that pursuit energy. Yes, when these new guys weren't in the villa, he was the only one that was giving her, that she had like his attention, and vice versa. And they were cuddling, kissing in bed and whatever. But now that there's somebody else that is putting in effort and energy, it seems like Kendall has taken a step back and is just kind of watching things go down, as opposed to like asserting himself to show her that, no, I'm the one that you should be more so interested in. So I feel like Kendall is going to lose Hannah for the fact that he's very passive in his pursuit. And sign wise, so Hakeem is a Cancer and Kendall is, didn't I write it down? He's also a Cancer. So they both go really well with Hannah here. She's a Scorpio. So I would say like water signs do go well together, and so this is probably why she likes them both, and they both like her. And so it just seems like Kendall is a little bit too passive right now when they're trying to go and get Hannah's attention. So Kendall's gonna have to step it up, or he might lose Hannah for real.
I don't know what to do.
You try to best friend me?
What does that mean? Like friend zone you?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like I need to know we can be like besties before we can, you know, like I'm
Because
saying like I need to know I have a
to
friend in you
start it,
before I can have like a.
He just peeped that she was friend zoning him. I understand what she's saying, that she thinks that some great relationships start with a friendship. 100%, absolutely. But in this environment, you kind of have to have the sparks, or you have to have that desire to want to be with someone. Because if you are just feeling out the friendship and somebody comes in and you're feeling the, you know, sexual attraction and the sexual tension, then you're likely going to gravitate towards that person. So essentially, I do agree with him that she is friend zoning him. And anytime, this is my, flag, is that if someone says like, oh, I'm a slow burner, that means that they're a slow burner with you. With you is silent. It means that they don't want to move too quickly into something sexual or more physical with you, because they're not feeling you that way. And so, yeah, I think she's trying to let him down a little bit easy, and she's trying to kind of put the little bow around it, just kind of saying like, oh, I just want us to be friends first, and I move slowly, and I want to build a friendship before we move into things a little more romantic. And if there was somebody that she was more attracted to, I think that she would be less likely to be taking it slow.
Really?
Like, before I got here, I was reading the dictionary. I know it sounds really weird, but like I just love learning like new words.
That's kind
There's
of
nothing wrong with increasing your vocabulary.
reading. No, there isn't. There isn't.
Okay, I'm actually liking this so far. So if we look astrologically, he's an Aries, she's a Sagittarius, two fire signs. Fire and fire going together makes more fire burn. Obviously fire can get out of control, but essentially their sun signs they really match. They go really well together. Sagittarius, they love knowledge and learning, higher learning. And so the fact that she's reading the dictionary and loves, expanding her mind in that kind of way, I think that's very Sagittarius. Like, I'm excited that he's into that as well. She's a good flirt, in my opinion. So far, I see that there's a lot of life and energy between this conversation. So, this is surprising to me. I wasn't expecting this. So, I could see this couple. He looks also like, I was saying the term, I think it's octoroon, where it's like 1/8 black. He looks like he could be 1/8 black or something like that. He has a little bit of something, maybe a little sprinkle of something ethnic, it seems. So he's cute.
You're not brushing up to
How do you get away with murder?
figure out.
I wouldn't never murder, but I wouldn't know how to get away. Conor, he's like,
I mean, it's not a judge-worthy thing. There's actually a podcast by a person named Sean. It's a girl named Sean something, and she has a podcast called oh my god, I forgot the name of this podcast. Anyways, it's an astrology based podcast where she looks at what was going on in the stars in accordance to these serial killers charts, and she kind of matches like, oh well, I think it's because this was conjunct this and it was in this sign, which could be why that this happened and why he was feeling this way, and how like some of the energies could predict maybe how these murders or these crimes were to happen. Astrology, true crime astrology is the name of the podcast, and it's Sean Ankle or NG or Sean E, something like that. Anyways, I find it to be really interesting. I think it's really cool when you can kind of layer in something like astrology that some people don't even really take seriously with like factual situations, and then seeing how there is a correlation. So I think it's very interesting that you are interested in true crime. I'm also very interested in how the mind of a serial killer or the mind of criminals, it's just the psychology behind it is really fascinating to me. So I can understand her having that interest for sure. And I like that he's down with it.
but just based off the conversation we had, I like genuinely enjoyed it. There's no ring on my finger. Like, I'm not married. But it's just one really good conversation, Like, there's still more to get to know him. So it's like fair game.
We're just kind of feeling it out.
You had another combo?
Yeah.
With?
Janae.
Oh.
Which she came and grabbed me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we sat and talked and like had such a good conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I thought you and Coy were going to be married tomorrow.
Well, that may have put a little bit of a wrench into what I was thinking was going to be happening with the recoupling. They definitely seemed to vibe. Like, I could see that there was a vibe, and I haven't really seen that much of her and Coy together. So very interesting. Okay. They're good. They look good together too. I mean, they're both ridiculously good looking, of course, but I wasn't expecting this to be a wrench here.
I know Janae and Conor talked pretty long today.
How you feel about that?
I don't feel like Janae do me like that.
I don't think she would.
Yeah.
He doesn't think that Janae would do him like that. Uh-oh. When they keep lines like that in edits, it's always worrisome. You're in danger, Coy. You're in danger. Gotta do something about it. Do we think that he's going to mention something to Janae in bed right now? I wonder.
And like he kissed me again. I think we like each other a lot.
I think they do like each other a lot. You know, he put in some good effort there, and I thought that it was really sweet him setting up a mini date and doing something to make her feel special. And so I think that he did a good job. I'm impressed and proud of you, Rob. I remember thinking that you were a little bit standoffish, but I think that action was really great and showed, that you're interested. I like it.
I said earlier, I'm trying to not put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
I'm gonna be honest with you, he kissed me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
it just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Aaron was appearing to be receptive to what she was saying, and I just think that his ego might be hurt. Geminis don't linger. They're good. He might just move on to the next. It looks though that she's going to pick him in the next ceremony, and maybe out of the blue, Connor's going to pick Janae, which would leave Coy out in the cold. Whoa. 6'8" out? That's wild. I mean, maybe Serena would pick him instead, because they would astrologically be a better match, because Serena is a Virgo and Coy is a Cancer, and so earth and water, generally speaking, go well together. Better than her and Cordell, who's a Gemini. They're both ruled by Mercury, so which makes them maybe have some passion, but they don't intrinsically get along. Oh boy.
I swear to God, I'll go outside and go start this shit.
It made me realize it wasn't Aaron, and it wasn't the same.
Stale. She was struggling to have a conversation, but then he leant in and kissed her and stuff.
What? Did she kiss him back? Damn.
Oh my God.
Aaron, see, she thinks it gave her clarity. Aaron thinks that it doesn't make him feel good. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a good play on her part. Take risks, remember? I'm not sure.
I don't really know what to fucking believe, so I was like, oh, fair enough.
So I had a conversation with Connor. I don't know if I'm Connor's second choice, but I would hate for Connor to think, well, I couldn't get Kayla, so I'm gonna just get Janae. I never ever want to be someone's second choice.
If it's between me and another girl, choose the other girl.
I like that attitude. It's true. It's all about me or it's not, kind of thing. So yeah, it's all those love triangles were crazy, because it's if you're not sure about me, then you're not with me. So I like that the girls have that kind of attitude this season. I think it's good that they're a little bit more, they're not willing to let these men just walk all over them. They're just okay, if I'm not for you, then you can choose the other girl, as Hannah said.
Wait, what did you do?
Hey.
Wait.
I played baseball in high school, and this meant steal. So I came up with this signal for me and Leah, if we need to meet. She finally figured it out. So I think we're getting there.
This is cute. I told you, secret languages, little inside jokes. That is what makes at least in the beginning, well, actually, no, more so even in the middle or end of the, like in a relationship, having those secret things between the two of you, it just bonds you two together. It's like something that only you two know, something that only you two recognize, that's something only you two can talk about or laugh about. I think it really helps solidify a bond. And so, smart, Rob. It's smart. Steal your girl.
Okay, I need to finish
All
my
right, you
makeup.
go. Yeah, sorry for. All right, be safe.
I'm obviously
okay?
feeling Kendall, but Hakeem's hot and he's got a good personality. So obviously, like,
So she still got 24-hour service.
yeah, I need to figure it out because I don't know.
Well, see, I think that's the way that Kendall has been trying to play. And so because they're in a couple, they're able to make out under the covers at nighttime. But he's not doing anything out in the open to show her that he's interested. And so depending on what happens today, to see like how much energy he puts in grafting, or if Hakeem puts in more energy than him, I think is going to be the determining factors as to who Hannah is going to choose. Because yes, Kendall has been with her for a couple of days now, and they've made out a bit, and they sleep in the same bed and all that stuff, but he's not showing a lot of interest in the day. So I don't know.
No, but like I don't even have high standards. I'm like, where the hell are these people at?
So you've been choosing the wrong people.
Like, yeah, I'm very much like can be sweet talked.
Oh, words will do you.
I'm sorry, I don't even have high standards. I mean, I don't think that I have high standards. I think I have basic standards. So I feel you. I feel you, Liv, with like, where are they? You know, I just want someone like age appropriate, nice, generous, kind, funny, intelligent. I think that's all my must likes to dance. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's not that crazy, right? But I don't know where those people are hiding. We'll see. Hopefully. Well, I wonder if like Liv doesn't seem like she's feeling Hakeem in that way. It seems it's a bit of a friend vibe, but well, we'll see. Because I think he's trying to figure out who he's going to partner up with. And so maybe if Aaron and Kayla are still together, maybe she's going to look towards him.
Yeah. Everything Hakeem looks for is like stuff that I would look for in a guy. And like, he's also cheeky, which I like. And I mean, he's attractive, obviously. Yeah.
She done brought up that word second choice like two times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she was the first choice, like, then what?
Exactly.
You feel me?
What? Yeah.
You have really good.
I find it interesting though that Coy is being really passive here. You know, it's similar to Kendall, and so I'm wondering if this is a trait of Cancer men. I'm just curious, just because you know they're not really taking action. They're noticing that their girls might be connecting with other guys, but they're not really doing anything about it except for talk about it to other people, and kind of getting annoyed with it. It's like, well, if you have a problem, pull her for a chat, talk to her, let her know that you're interested. Like, because it's such early days, if you're not making an effort to make them know that you're the one that you're interested in, then they're gonna feel like they're free to explore. And if you want to lock them down, you're gonna have to ask them if they want to be locked down with you. So I don't think that Coy is playing this well at all. They're probably going to get into a fight, it seems, because it looks like he's getting annoyed. And I guess what Cancers can do is they can retreat. They are that crab, right? And so when maybe things are going wrong, they'll just like hide in their shell. And definitely with the Sagittarius, that is not the vibe. Sagittarius tend to like to be free. But they're not going to be into any sort of emotional, like, I don't want to say manipulation, but swaying, emotional, you know, it's just not the way that they operate. So I see trouble ahead for Coy.
Connor and Coy, they're so different. Like they're literally like opposites, but I like them both, you know? I feel like when it comes to conversations with Koi, I have to like initiate them. Whereas Connor, it was just like back and forth, nice and easy. I don't know.
So cute.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Islanders, it's time to show your hand and find out whose numbers are higher or lower. Hashtag low blow. Hashtag deal breaker.
Happy Meal?
Bottom of some gas stations. You're not my boyfriend. There is no money getting spent. Like, sorry. Not.
I agree with Anna here. I do believe in chivalry in the sense that, like, if a man asks you out on a date, that they should be paying. I do find if I'm on a date with somebody and they want to split the bill in half and they're not my boyfriend, I would just assume that they weren't interested in me. Obviously when you're in a relationship, then things 50-50, I pay, you pay, it just becomes a little bit more fluid. But in the courting stages, it's just how I've been brought up, the man takes care of everything. Like, even to this day, my dad pays for the dinner or whatever with my stepmom. You know what I mean? Like, he still does that, even though everything is joint. So I don't know. It's just kind of, it just makes sense to me. And I would say it's a clear indicator that you were not interested in me romantically if you wanted me to split the bill, or even if you want me to pay for it, you don't like me at all. I definitely, though, if we go out and he pays for dinner and we go somewhere for drinks after, I will pay for the round of drinks or something like that, for sure. But definitely if he asks me out, he's paying if he's looking for us to be in a relationship that's romantic.
Do you think Janae's body count is higher or lower than Leah's?
Lower.
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 Oh.
Lower. Lower. Oh. I swear to God, she lied to me. She's a fucking liar.
Excuse me? Oh, she lied to me? Oh, she's a liar? I'm sorry. Okay, I think that this question is pretty inappropriate, and I don't even like it if you're asking the guys. Like, this is unnecessarily messy, and it allows for women to be slut-shamed. Like, 22 is not that many people, to be honest. Like, she's lived in so many different countries. She's probably lived in 22 countries. So say she had a boyfriend in every single country that she's lived in, and she was an army brat. So I think that that's pretty inappropriate for him to be outwardly judging her in this way. It's pretty rude. I'm not really happy with it. So this is making me lean towards him being the one that's left out in the cold, because I don't think she's going to be feeling his attitude, especially when it seems like Conor is so much nicer. I'm not happy. Neither should she be.
A lot of frat parties.
I had a lot of fun in high school and in college. So whatever I do in my time prior to the relationship or even dating should be none of their business.
11.
That's not bad.
That's a respectable number. That's a respectable number. Very good. That's very good.
I feel like us girls, our answers were respectable.
Now it's time for the girls to ask the question.
Let's find out how many times your boy has ghosted somebody. Do you think Hakeem has ghosted women more?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
I'm related to a famous football player, Odell Beckham Jr. It's always him brought up in the conversations. And when I notice that, I'd be like, bro, stop talking to me.
That's my celebrity crush.
Family week. Family week better be in person. I bet he's watching.
He's definitely watching. Connor's body count, higher or lower?
Lower
than 27.
Higher.
I think it's lower. He's giving a wholesome king energy.
Yeah, I had a little fun. I'm 28 years old. I'm not ashamed.
Aaron, do you think Aaron's body count is higher or lower?
I think it's higher.
But in my defense, I was broken-hearted. I was just trying to mend my heart. So.
Oh, God. He was questioning me about my body count, and I'm like, sir, can you list all the 70 girls you hooked up with?
Mr. Kool-Aid.
you think Coy's body count is higher or lower?
Higher than 30 for sure.
Than Cordell's.
He told me, I already know, 100. It's 100. Higher.
We got it right.
Oh, shit. You have some explaining to do, sir.
BS. Like, we've talked about this. He told me for sure the body count is 100, maybe a little bit lower. I'm like, I hope that's not your ego talking, like your pride, because it's not cute.
Let's find out what the boys think is too many sexual partners for their girl. We all saw their numbers, so this will be very interesting.
Once again, I would never ask a girl this question. I think it's immature and not important.
I think Rob's answer like shows to his maturity. So I feel like
I like that answer from Rob because I do think it's very inappropriate. Like I know it's for the game show and it's funny or entertaining or it's going to cause some drama, but I agree with Rob wholeheartedly that it's really inappropriate to ask that question. Like what does that, what information does that actually give you if you're asking about a woman? It's just fully double standard, and it's goes along with like women have to be super wholesome, but like also then they have to be pleasing you when you want to be pleased, and like it's just that I like chivalry, but this is not chivalrous to me.
To think that a girl's body count should be 10 or less, it's like, you're no saint. So who are you to judge?
Coy really came across really distasteful here. 10, he's 100, over 100, and he's saying 150, but he probably has more than 150. Like, he lost a lot of points with me, and seemingly with the girls and Janae.
And the winners are the boys.
I'm never ever bringing it up. He's so humble for that.
That's so humble. I was like amazed by that. Like that speaks measures about his character.
100%, I agree that he's not leaning into the fact that his brother is a super famous person, superstar athlete. Like he's definitely humble, and like I can understand him being turned off if people are only hanging out with him because of who his brother is. It's kind of like Joey Essex and how Samantha is fangirling over Joey Essex. It's like sometimes you just want to have some anonymity as opposed to like being this celebrity or celebrity relative. And so I wonder why he didn't go on Claim to Fame though. I think someone was asking this, like he should have gone on Claim to Fame instead of this show, but Claim to Fame would have been good. Because I don't think they look that much alike. And I don't know if people would guess that who his brother was. So maybe he's gonna go on both. Who knows? People in the house might not have seen Love Island season 6. Or it's already recorded. And so maybe he's on both. I don't think we know who the cast is for that yet.
Confused. If I'm being honest, I liked Connor's answers better than Coy's answers.
Oh shit.
Me
you know
too.
It's so crazy based off how Coy responds, like his energy, if he's getting defensive, is really gonna like
turn you off.
You know what I mean? Compared to
I do not think that Coy is going to respond well to how she's going to come and approach him. And I don't see that this being a good conversation at all.
Coy, do you want to go talk? Let's go over here.
Coy's serious, bro.
Deep breaths.
What's good?
I'm not feeling that good.
About what?
I don't know. It's like I heard your side comments.
What song comment? Like the one that I said, oh damn, she lied.
Yeah.
I can definitely open up more. You know, it's just I'm one of them type of people. Like it's hard for me to really just open up to somebody so fast. I don't want to move too fast, then something else happen. I'm still trying
These girls are getting really good clarity from their guys. I don't think I'm getting the most clarity from you. I don't know.
Like I can feel what she's feeling about like talking to him, and it's like a wall. It's like he says stuff and he doesn't really have a reaction. He doesn't really say anything about it. He doesn't really like, I'm getting to know you. Okay, well, what does that mean? Like you don't initiate having conversations. You don't try to find out more about me. You had opinions about like my body count. she's just like, she's just not having a good time. It's not as enjoyable, this getting to know you process with Koi. And she says she's the only one that's confused, like all the other girls seeming to get clarity as to the guys having interest in them. It's just this whole new lazy vibe from Next Generation. I know I say it all the time, but it's just like, show some initiative. Like, if you like someone, show it. Like, don't wait for them to come to you. It's just like, it's very unattractive in my opinion. Like, passive men in that way, it's very unattractive. And I can understand her being super annoyed and frustrated, because it's like, well, I'm partnered up with you, but like, I'm not really feeling it.
Time to get ready for the evening, and judging from his chat with Janae, Coy's body count won't be hitting 151 anytime soon.
If I'm telling you, I'm like liking my conversations with Conor more. He's just like, I respect that. Oh, I feel that. Like, I can see that. I'm just like, fuck, like, fight for someone. You know what I mean?
Like, what the fuck, bitch? Have some fucking common decency and respect to at least be.
And speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pathetic ass bitch.
Okay, I understand Liv being annoyed that she wasn't told that they're, been sneaking out and having their little clandestine moments. So I get that. But like, who's she calling a bitch? Is she calling it to Leah, or is she calling it to Rob? Like, Rob is the one that really owes her something. She was the one that stole her partner. I don't know. And also, like, they're allowed to go and have a moment together, like, without letting you know. So he's getting to know both of you, and he was getting to know her without you knowing about it. So I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds about, yes, there should be transparency with getting to know two people, but yeah, she's going to choose Rob and you're going to be SOL. But at least you know now in advance, so you can choose your second, like your backup. And at least it's girl's choice. So you're not going to be out of the villa.
But you got to know in some capacity.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like 50-50.
You cannot still be 50-50 right now.
I understand it sucks that she's 50-50, but she's been with somebody for a couple days longer than you. And so she's not sure necessarily if you are actually all about her, which she says like she is, but like, you just came into the villa, you want to stay in the villa, it's girl's choice. So she's not going to be 100% sure that what she's feeling from you and the energy she's getting from you is all 100% true and real, or if it's just because of the situation that you're in. What she's saying to you is that she feels you and that you're all in and that you're giving her the attention that she wants. But I know in the back of her mind, she's probably thinking like, is he being for real, or is it just circumstantial? Like, is it just because he thinks that I'm the easiest to get to choose him? So I think in the end now, she's going to choose, well, it depends on the order. I think Leah's probably going to go before Liv for sure. She's going to choose Rob. I think that Kayla is going to go first or early, and she's going to choose Aaron. I think that Liv is probably going to go soonish, and I think she's going to choose Kareem. I think that then Hannah's going to choose Kendall. I think that Serena is going to choose Cordell. And I think that Janae is going to be left with Coy and Connor in the final. They're assholes. And she's going to choose Connor. Yeah. So I think they're going to make her do the final choice between the two guys. Bessie.
Connor and Coy. I think they're both like 10 out of 10. But the thing I want is good communication. Like, the teeter totter is literally like this at this point. I'm just going with my gut. Ugh, I hate this feeling.
I definitely understand how annoying it must be to not be able to have someone to open up. It's like talking to a wall is really frustrating. It's irritating. It's boring. It's maddening. It makes you want to roll your eyes. It makes you want to scream. Like it's just not easygoing and fun. And so I can understand why, she finds Coy to be extremely attractive and good looking, and would like aesthetically would love to be his girlfriend. But I think that the communication that they're having is just not the vibe. He doesn't have, she says, the initiative. Like, same with Kendall. Like, if you see your girl sitting and talk to someone, get up and pull her, or say like, hey, I think you guys been talking too long. Like, I've missed her. Let me go talk to her now. Like something to show that like you want to pursue. It's so passive. It's annoying.
Ariana Madix is here. Oh, I'd love to be at this recoupling. I've got some serious FOMO. Oh, brilliant. I'll just grab my Crocs, Ariana.
I have to say, I think that Ariana's like entrances have been way better than Sarah Hyland's entrances. So far, I think she suits the host role more. Dare I say more? I'm liking her better, but maybe it's because I know Ariana or I'm rooting for her. And I never really enjoyed Sarah Hyland, but so far I like Ariana.
It's time for the first recoupling. Serena, please stand up. You're up first.
So the boy that I would like to couple up with is Cordell.
Congratulations.
It's really cute though. I'm almost gonna cry that like he just really wanted her to pick him, and he felt proud, and like it was very cute and sweet, his reaction to the kind words that she was saying. So right now I'm liking this coupling. I know that she's a little bit older than him, but I think like the way that he speaks to her, he's calm and he's kind, and it seems very obvious that he's interested in her. So I so far like them together. As long as they're not talking about future plans, like, it's all right. And maybe now that she knows that he has a celebrity relative, she can see that, the career and the life that he wants is not as far-fetched, and it's a little bit more attainable. And so maybe she can get behind his dreams a little bit more and not think of it like, oh, you want to be an actor? Oh, you want to be a Cheez-It sponsor? Like, okay, well, like, what do you really want to do? She could actually be like, oh, you know what? Maybe he will get a Cheez-It sponsorship. So, yeah, I don't think that she chose him because of that information, but I think that allows her to see him a little bit differently and less immature, and see that he does have a lot of opportunities, and that it's not far-fetched, these ideas that he has for himself.
Kaylor, you're up next.
But I'm really excited to see what the future may hold. So the boy that I would like to couple up with is Aaron.
They just really like each other. So she needs to stop tempting fate, because someone like him will eventually take the hint and move away. And with how he felt with her and this whole Conor situation, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little bit more open. And when a girl comes in, if he is going to be a little bit more open to getting to know them, and it's gonna hurt her. She's gonna be like, well, like, I had to watch you like and hear about you kissing Conor. Like, what, don't I get to know someone then and kiss them to know that you're the one that I want to be with? So he might play that card, which I don't necessarily agree with. If you like someone, like, you don't need these tests. But I guess on the show, these tests are what people think that they need to have the journey, to have a whole love outing experience, to risk it all. But yeah, I don't know if he's as happy with her just for the fact that she kissed Conor.
Hannah, over to you.
Let's get it.
You want to tell us who you'd like to couple up with and why?
He makes me just like, I feel like a little kid, you know? I get excited to be around him. So the boy I would like to couple up with is Kendall.
It's going down.
I had a feeling that she was going to maybe stick with Kendall just because it's somebody that she's known for a little while. For me, I just don't know if he's actually that into her. We'll see if some new women come around, if he's going to be interested in them and maybe getting to know them. I need to see that dynamic. But right now, I think that Liv is going to be the one that chooses Hakeem. And yeah, because Leah is probably going to go next. She's going to choose Rob. And then, yeah, the decision being made for Janae.
Okay, Liv, we're coming to you next. Who would you like to couple up with?
One thing I really don't like is when people aren't straight up and honest with their feelings, because I have more respect for you. And that's something that I feel like the person I'm going to couple up with does. So the boy I'd like to couple up with is Hakeem.
I definitely didn't think that they were going to make her go first, but I guess because she saw them on the dock, she just didn't want to look like a mug, so she picked Hakeem. I still thought that they would make Leah go first, and she would still do probably a similar speech, but maybe because of that, it was going to be more shocking for the rest of the Islanders for her to do this speech.
In line with what she was saying.
So you wanted her to tell you earlier on that that's how she was
I would have
feeling?
loved for that to happen. Like, I kept on asking her.
I told you where I was at.
She never said that.
I did say I was 50-50.
Wow, like Hakeem, relax. Like, you got chosen. Like, sit down, be humble.
You can obviously explore different people, but when it comes down to it, if you are feeling someone more, just say that.
I think it was kind of whack, to be honest. I get that you're upset, but I feel like maybe that's a conversation after the recoupling, and being like, hey, like, it kind of hurt my feelings. Like, I thought that we were feeling each other. I thought we're going to be a little more open, and you kind of left me hanging up until the end. And I wish that you just gave me a little more clarity beforehand. And she was like, sorry, I actually really didn't know. I was a last minute game time decision. And I was just realizing that I had more of a connection with Kendall for the fact that we spent more time together. I'm really sorry that you felt like I led you on, but I really was considering you because I did like how we were vibing, but I just had a little more history. Boom, done. But I don't know. This wasn't a good look, in my opinion, for you, Hakeem. So the two bitter Bettys are now partnered up together.
And it's Leah's turn to choose.
Leah, please stand up.
And he's very different from what I feel like I'm used to. I think he's like a proper gentleman. Rob.
And I think it was good that we kind of got a little shook up. You know, I think it really like helped me realize how much I really like her. And I'm happy. Happy boy.
This relationship makes me like Rob. I think he's gotten hotter with his pursuit towards Leah. I'm a fan of this couple. I ship them. I like them. So far, they're my front runner favorite couple right now.
Janae, you are the last to pick.
What did I tell you? Choose between the two of them.
I want to believe that he is open to working on our relationship. At this point, I'm just going to go with my gut. So the boy I would like to couple up with is Conor.
Just let me fade away through the night.
Yikes. Like, the reaction of everybody is just like, what the F? I feel bad for her. I feel like he's gonna come out and just like badmouth her on social media. I don't know. He seems like he gets a little bit vindictive when he's angry. So I don't know if he's gonna be super kind to her after this.
Coy, you haven't been chosen to be in a couple, and that means your time on Love Island is over.
I feel like Janae, she made the best decision for her. She's going off her emotions, which is valid, and I respect it.
Thank you.
I mean, I appreciate that he's being kind in this moment, but it would have been nice a little apology or something. I don't know. But at least he wasn't kind of mean about it. And I was a little bit surprised that Cordell was like, so what did he not do? But he seemed to respect her response, being like, communication was the issue here when I was always one initiating conversations and it wasn't a two-way street. And Cordell accepted that and respected that. I think that Coy in the real world would be able to get away with this because he's very handsome. He's very tall. He probably has tons of girls all over him. And so he's probably never really needed to be really open and communicative. And this is a very different environment for people like I think Coy might be. And so this is going to be a hard lesson for him to learn that like you need a little bit more if you want to keep the girl in Love Island.
I'm sorry. Have a hug. Okay, let's go with me.
She's a really a nice person. I really like her a lot, and she was definitely choosing for herself. And yeah, he just didn't try enough, and I understand why she made that decision. And it sucks that he didn't really pick up what she was putting down a lot sooner, because she'd had a few conversations where she's just like, can I get a little bit more from you? And he's like, we're good. It's fine. We're okay. Like, and she was saying like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
If I'd done it again differently, I would probably explore more options.
Before you go.
I mean, maybe he should have chosen Serena, because Serena and him would have had, astrologically, they would have been a better match. But I guess we'll never know. He went with Janae, and he thought his height was going to be enough to keep her entertained and interested, and it just wasn't enough.
Tomorrow night.
What a fucking pissed.
Recoupling. Repercussions.
Great episode 3, not gonna lie, it looks like episode 4 is gonna be spicy. I think Liv needs to get over it a little bit. Her ego's bruised, I get that, but like I don't think he really did anything that wrong. You chose him. He wasn't that interested. He said that he was going to know both of you. He wanted to show Leah that he was more interested in her. They had some, clandestine kisses, and I didn't really see you guys chat that much, so I don't know whose fault that is or if it just wasn't shown. But he didn't really lead you on that much. Like, she shouldn't have felt comfortable and confident with him because he really wasn't giving her anything. So I don't know. I'm a little bit confused as to why she's so mad, but it might just be an ego thing, and that, just be like, hey, I'm feeling Leah, not you. So don't pick me. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. Well, thank you for joining me for this recap. I will be back shortly to do episode 4. Hopefully I'll get back on track quickly so that I could get these videos out on the day that the episode airs. So still, it takes a while. I'm getting faster at this style of recap, and so eventually I'll get them like super speedy. Until then, please make sure that you've subscribed to the channel, like this video, and let us know in the comments if you agree with what Janae has done here in sending Coy packing. Do you think that he's actually gone from the villa, or do you think he's maybe in a secret room or something and he's going to come back later? I don't know any spoilers, so I don't know what's happened any episodes beyond episode 3. So don't let me know any spoilers until I get there in real time. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts of these 3 episodes so far. Yeah, what do you think is going on? How do you think it's going? Are you enjoying it? How does it compare to past Love Island seasons? I think it's been pretty good. I think it's on the top end so far. So on the better seasons. So we'll see each other soon. I should edit this and get it to you. Hopefully, I guess it's not live, so you will get it when you get it. But thanks for watching. Bye, guys.